Yo, what's up, Tech Troopers? This is your boy Mikhail, and this is Stufftalk TV. The gaming industry has been flooded with new tech as of recently, and one thing definitely stands out, and that is ultra-light gaming mice. I have one in particular for you guys today, and that is the G-Wilves Hati. So what do we get in the box? Let's have a look. Now, G-Wolves with their Hati as well as their skull mouse, well, what I've seen so far is that we usually get this really cool looking tin. With this one, I guess because it's a limited edition, we get a limited edition tin. I'm not such a fan. I would have preferred if we got one of the other cooler ones with the little cartoon anime pictures on them. This is okay, I guess. It's going to be nice for housing whatever things I need to house. But inside, obviously, we had the mouse. And this was buried underneath this. I kind of don't like that because it's very difficult to get this back into the actual tin. And we actually have this as well. Now, in here are some spare switches, which can come in handy, I guess. And this is their gold switches, which is G-Wolves' new switches. They claim that it's really good, and I haven't had a problem with them at all, so I can see how that is good. And we get a spare paracord, and the paracord comes quite nice and bunched up with this rubber grommet type of clipping sort of thing. But the actual paracord itself, by far the best paracord I've seen in a mouse, hands down, without having to paracord it by yourself. So well done, guys. That was absolutely phenomenal job on the paracord. So in this little certificate, I guess it looks like a certificate, but what we get are all the essentials. So the first thing you should get out is just your classic picture of the actual device, and it tells you about the weight and so forth. The sensor being a PMW 3360 sensor, and I'm sure anybody who has a 3360 sensor knows that it is absolutely fantastic. There are no problems with it, no spinning out during sessions, absolutely nothing. And what else do we get in here? Now, I wish other companies did this, but no one else seems to do this. What we get in here are some spare skates, Okay, so these actually go in here and here, so in the middle. I've not had a need to put these on as yet. I do want to try them out, however. I will do that, and it's possibly going to be even better. So we get those. We obviously get some spare skates as well, the normal oval shaped skates. This is telling you about the switch, I guess. So the golden switch that they say is the highest quality and is absolutely dustproof. So that's quite cool. I guess with the whole mouse, with the holy mouse, shall we say, we need dustproof parts, and that's quite a nice guarantee. Now this is what I find extremely interesting. So one thing I did find while using this mouse was that after a long session and your hands get pretty sweaty, it tends to get a little slippery on the sides and as well as the clicks, but I guess mouse button 1 and 2 we don't really need that much grip anyway, but the sides definitely do, and they have been amazing enough to include these 3M kind of grippy tapes sort of things. But amazing. The unboxing of this mouse is absolutely phenomenal. I've not had another experience with another company like this. So absolutely great job, G-Wolves. Keep it up, and let's move on. So I have a 21.5 centimeter hand, which makes it extremely difficult for me to find something that's comfortable and suitable during gameplay. And it's the reason why I stuck to ergonomic mice up until this point, and my last mouse, the Rival 600, was absolutely fantastic, and I had absolutely no problem with it up until this point. Up until the point where I got this in my hand, and it's not ergonomic, it is ambidextrous, but somehow my hand fits, and I don't know how, but what I can guess is that the hump that is on this mouse is more towards the front of the mouse, whereas if you look at Final Mouse or the Model O, the hump is further back, and it's okay if you want a palm grip and you want something at the back of your hand, but I find that when we are playing games and when especially I'm shooting, if I am there, I would want my fingers over here to rest on something rather than my palm at the back, because this is where we control the mouse from, right? There, and as well as the sides. And this kind of caters to that perfectly. The clicks themselves, let's have a listen. I think they're absolutely fantastic. They're not the crispiest, most clicky that you can find, but I think that they're fantastic. So let's have a listen. Okay, so hopefully you can hear that over the mic, but very tactile, very nice sounding, feels amazing. Really no complaints when it comes to the switches. They've done a good job on their gold switches. One problem that I do find with this mouse is that the mouse buttons themselves do play. They do have play from side to side, so they do kind of move, and if you shake them, they do kind of rattle. It's not the parts inside the mouse that's doing that, it is the mouse 1 and 2. So if you hold it, for instance, like this, and you shake it, silence, so there's no problem at all with that. I wish they would kind of fix this problem. I know lots of companies do have this problem in their mice. It's not a train smash, it is nitpicking at the end of the day because it doesn't really mean anything. Now what does mean something? Pre-travel and post-travel. Does this mouse have it? No. So they fixed the skull. I guess the skull had those rounded out fronts, and that had a lot of post-travel. No pre-travel. Well, not as much on the right side as the left side, or the left side as the right side. But this doesn't have any. So if you can have a look here, straight away, no pre-travel, no pre-travel, post-travel, nothing. No post-travel at all. So your clicks are going to be fast, they're going to be accurate, they're going to be as amazing as you hope they would be. Now, something else about this mouse that I was kind of taken aback by was the actual weight. So being my first, well, not my first played with ultralight mouse, but my first owned ultralight mouse, I kind of feel spoiled with this mouse in terms of gameplay, in terms of accuracy. Kind of feels like I'm cheating at certain times, but I'm not. So if you want a competitive advantage, and if you like competitive shooters, especially FPS, then this is your go-to. And doesn't it look nice in that red? Hell yeah. So well done, G-Wolves. So, what do I say to close this off? Well, the G-Wolves Hati is a lightweight mouse. It is beautiful to look at. It is ambidextrous, but strangely enough fits my rather abnormally large hands. And I cannot ask for anything more. It's got an amazing paracord. It's got amazing build quality. There's few rattles here and there. A few grip issues here and there, which they kind of fix because they give you those grips. So what can we really ask for in return? At $70, honestly, I think this is a steal, and this is what Final Mouse should have done. This is what they should still do. So G-Wolves, Hati, this is my new daily driver, and I could not be happier. Okay guys, this is Mika and this is Stufftalk TV. Catch you in the next one.